Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry, just looking at some emails. Hashira, I've got your selection in. It's one in Sydney, which we actually got one in that race. Maybe you can take a Quinello in that. You've got Lonrose Queen, which I do like as well. All right, well, let's run through our selections. Good morning, everybody, and we'll start there. Randwick race 7. And as we know, one of our members, Hashira, is tipping number 2, Lonrose Queen. We do have here race 7 at Randwick, number 12, Extremely Rowdy. This horse is a Galagatos trainer, and they are a little bit sneaky. So, and this horse does like a wet track, and they've taken it up for a wet track, and they have put some big bets on this horse. And we're going on for this second in Pakenham, behind Namesake, who came out and won Mornington Saturday grade. Drops in weight. We don't think the field is too tough of a field. And this horse is displayed, as you can see, all on good tracks. But when it was on a soft 7, it's got this third to Trapeze Warrior, and it was in Cranbourne at one good races there. So we do think, forgive it for the last start, and we go on this run, we think it'll be hard to beat at the $11, Extremely Rowdy. And yes, Lonrose Queen has got good form as well. But yeah, our tip there is Extremely Rowdy. Let's go to Eagle Farm Race 1. We're here with the Sicilian. Another horse, number 13, Sicilian. Another horse shown really good ability early in his career. Look at the form lines here. You know, second to Australia. Third to Charmstone. Good form lines. Gollan's got it. When they go up to Gollan, they improve. And this was a really good second on a soft 7 Eagle Farm. It's heavy at Eagle Farm. I was looking to cut our horses in Eagle Farm because of the heavy track, because I'm always looking just to cut back as much selections as we can. But these horses, I expect a bit of an upgrade is going to land in the soft 7. And, performing at the track in that track condition is a big plus. And, I was doing the video replay for Enterprise Lucia and saw the run of this horse. 44-week break. They've given it 28 days. Last run was 26th of March, so almost a month off, which I like because I'm a bit worried about the 44-week and the backup. But 28 days at this price, I think Sicilian, we have to include him. Eagle Farm Race 1, number 13. Now let's go to Eagle Farm Race 4. I really like our selections in this race and the value we got. We've got Navy on the Highway as a $2.30 favourite, a really good horse, but but it's a 1,400 metre horse. The wet track will bring it back into it. I love this horse, but these horses taking the market, the Inflictor, Navy on the Highway will want more ground. And we've got Hurt So Good, number 7. As you can see, another Eagle Farm wet track specialist. One on the soft 6, beating Super Daisy and Ovone. They're very handy horses. This horse, 1,000-metre specialist, loves Eagle Farm, loves the distance. And at $9 against these horses that have got some things against, they're not in their wheelhouse, I think he'll be really hard to beat. Hurt So Good. And Callow in the saddle as well. And then we've got this good apprentice, C. Collis, claiming 2 on Enterprise Lucia. Soft 7, beats Sicilian, beat it well, drops in weight dramatically, 16 starts, 5 wins, building a nice record, this horse. And at the $11, I think, again, really good value. That's our Eagle Farm selections and one in Sydney. And then we go to Morphetville, the top racing here. Morphetville race 1. Go to my sheet here. Regal Azmon, I got in green. That's probably our strongest tip. It's got all the big tips. It from a benchmark 84 to open, drops 5.5 kilos. It loves third up. It was a great run last start. I've got a green there, a green with its rating pattern, and a green with its class rise. Let's go back to its form here. It's short, but we're still happy to take the short price around 270. I got set around the 350. It's drawn beautifully in barrier 6. I'm sure Stokes has aimed it for this race. And if you look at the video of this horse last run, it was a top run again from a 46-week spell, but third up now. All 3 runs were great, and I really like it today. Couple of handy horses up the top, but geez, they're going to have to be good to beat Regal Azmon. All right, let's go to race 4 in Morphetville. Here we've got Goldrush Guru, and we've got this horse here, Stirrup Cup, at $34. So Goldrush Guru, this horse was flying early in the prep. I had it to win the Australian Cup at 2,000 metres, but instead of that, they took it to Sydney, where it pulled its head off here. They had to forgive. And then the 2 forward in the Derby did things wrong as well. Adelaide horse went to Sydney. You know, horses when they're interstate, sometimes they don't perform. So back in Adelaide here, if this horse turns up with its ratings, he's going to be really hard to beat at the $5. Athanatos, I know it's got to win against it. I do think Goldrush Guru's had bigger ratings this prep. And if he, like I said, if he does turn up, he'll be awfully hard to beat with those ratings. And every sign back to Adelaide, back at his hometown, he will. And then this Stirrup Cup, you know, when you have horses this lightly raced, A starts 2 wins, third up. This was a big win beating the older horses and, you know, carrying a good weight against older horses. Now got a senior rider and Harry Coffey as opposed to the apprentice. Won well, third up. You know, these 3-year-olds, it's not set in stone. Like, they're still all on the way up. And to line them up can be difficult. And this is where you can get a really big price winner. And Stirrup Cup meets that profile. So we've got 2 there, Goldrush Guru and Stirrup Cup. Morphetville race 5, we have got number 3, Tropicus. Looks set for this race. When they put the Freedman top trainers, they put the blinkers on here, beat Lofty Arch and Sergeant Major, and 2 Sterling trials. Looks to me like they've, even though it's first up, looks to me Freedman set the horse for this race, at least, you know, definitely to be primed for this race and maybe going to the Goodwood or something bigger next start. And I think Tropicus is got all the ticks there. Reserve Bank from that wide barrier is going to get back. Imperial Force Baker is the favourite. I'm happy to take on Baker. 3 starts without a spell, although, 4th run in. You know, it's got the form line. It's got the form line, admittedly, but a Baker horse in Adelaide, maybe that gloss or magic might not be on. And barrier 1 there, I'm not too keen. So, yeah, happy to take Imperial Force on, although it is a raider for us and it's got good form lines, but with number 3, Tropicus at the price. Morphetville race 6, really like Miss Aria. We were on it last start at the $10. That's stepped up in distance last time. And we looked at the run. It ran through the line, had a lot of energy, telling me the mile will suit. And yeah, just, you know, it normally wins long in its prep. Its rating pattern tells us it wins 5th, 6th up from a spell. Hasn't been overtaxed with 3 weeks gaps and on the shorter distances. And you go to its 1 mile run here, second says the dark in Know Thyself, you know, beating Know Thyself by a left heavy 9. It's the only run over the mile. That's a big tick. And again, I think at this price, Miss Aria has got all the ticks. Let's go to Morphetville race 7. Oh, well, Benagil around the 420. You might get around 460. You might even get $5 for this horse. Benagil, this is a horse that showed a lot of potential early in its prep. Some big runs between Zetang and another Prophet. And he came back here with a good win again behind beating Athanatos. It's a good form line. And then it went up against Treasure the Moment, which I backed Treasure the Moment $1.70 before it went to Sydney, and then I backed it in the Oaks at $1.70. I didn't back it here when it won. And part of the reason was because Benagil was in the race. And I thought this horse is on the way up. And it was a cracking run behind Treasure the Moment. I wouldn't have beat it, but it really hit the line well. And you can't get stronger form lines than this. So, again, back to the Melbourne way of going. Look, it's gone Melbourne, Sydney, and then back to Adelaide. A lot of travel, but it only is fourth up. And with these form lines around the 420, 480, I think that's a really good price for a horse that's got such potential Zara in the saddle. So, yeah, pretty strong on Morphetville, race 7, number 2, Benagil. Let's go to Morphetville, race 8. Here, we're on number 2, Stretan Angel. There's not a lot of money around, maybe because the barrier, Tommy Stockdale. I don't know why they haven't got a more stronger jockey here. I was tossing and turning to leave this horse out. You obviously got to forgive the last start of that Moonee Valley. And then you go here, you got a second in the Lightning Group 1, third in the Newmarket Group 1. These are strong Group 1s. So, and then last prep, where is it here? Second to Benedetta, beating Climbing Star in the Goodwood Group 1. So this horse is a proper horse. 5 weeks between runs, and I said to myself, okay, well, that's too long. Let's leave it out because of that. But you've got the horse performing after 14 weeks, running second in the Lightning. I don't think, this Lightning run here after a break has got me thinking the horse will still run fresh, enjoy a 5-week gap. So, again, we're going to leave it out, but around $8, Stretan Angel, these form lines, we had to leave it in. Little deep, $10 now. I took around 15. Again, we tipped this horse with the 60 kilos. I was really worried about tipping it first up, but we saw, these strong form lines, very lately raced, 13 starts, 6 wins, and we don't tip horses first up. We don't tip horses normally high in the weights, but we tipped this horse at around the $5 mark because we believe this horse is on the way up, and it got the job done. Albeit not by a big margin, but beat Zazoo, which didn't think much of it. But Zazoo then came out behind Commemorative and took a lot of ground off and was a huge run in Sydney, franking the form. Now, Little Deep gave that horse 6 kilos and beat it. So we think this horse has been lightly raced. Mar's taken his time. It's drawn well, on the way up. We think it might hit a new peak. Ethan Brown in the saddle. And again, at $10, we feel we have to have it. We might bomb out here. Climbing Star is a genuine danger. But after that, Commemorative hates the Melbourne way of going. Hates it. Shin in the saddle, it might be the first time perform. 3 starts for no placings and well beaten. It really doesn't like the Melbourne way of going. Maybe they've done some work with it in between. Obviously on ratings, Commemorative can win, but happy to take it on Melbourne way of going. So, yeah, good prices there. Therefore, we're happy to tip you in there. Hey, that's everything. Good luck. And did I not have that on the stage? Oh, you just heard me talk. Sorry, I didn't have it up there, but you heard me talk. Sorry, I was meant to have all the horses up there, but you heard me run through them. Just realised I did not have all my workings out on the stage. Sorry about that, guys, but I have run through the tips in detail, hopefully giving you more confidence. So all the best and good luck, and we hope we have another winning day with Win Ahead. Thanks, guys. Bye.